Hello, friends. My name is Matthew Swanson.
And my name is Robbi Bear.
And I'm an author.
And I'm an illustrator.
And we're here with you today because we're going to read a book to you that we wrote and authored and illustrated together. First, we're going to tell you a true thing about us. Robbi,
Yes.
Who wants to tell the truth?
I will tell the truth.
Please.
We are married.
We are. We are. And another true thing is that you do not have to marry the person who illustrates your books, nor do you have to illustrate the person who marries your books. Or did I get that wrong? Anyway, not necessary.
Not even recommended, guys.
We have also created 4 children, 3 of
Yes.
whom are right over there, trying
Being
not to
very
giggle or
quiet.
shuffle. We're going to introduce them
Yes.
to you later. This is creating some
The
dramatic
second
tension
part of the cast.
of the cast. All right, so you guys,
Yes.
we have spent about the last 15 years making books together all the time. We've made about 84 or so books together. The first 70 or so books
Yes.
were self-published, which means
We made them ourselves.
Yes.
We printed them out. We,
Yes.
we put the words into the computer. We printed them out. We made books like this, little booklets where we trimmed down the pieces of paper and we bound it together with a little wire binding. We had all different kinds of binding. But the point is, we made these books ourselves and we sold them directly to people.
And the most important
Yes.
point is that we decided that we wanted to make the books. I decided I wanted to write them. Robbi decided she wanted to illustrate them. We didn't ask anybody's permission. We didn't wait till we were 37. We just said, we're going to make these books. Darn it.
We waited till we were 35.
Okay,
But
you guys don't have to
You don't
wait.
have to do that. Yes, you can
If-
do it right now and you'll be like decades ahead of us.
If you are 7, you can write a book today. If you have a
Yep.
story inside of you, write it down, find your friend. Go call your friend Mark or Belinda or Jameson and say, hey, would you like to illustrate this book for me? Or vice versa. If you
Yep.
draw and you want someone to write a book for you, come on. Guys, you can do it.
Yes.
You're an author if you say you're an author.
And you're an illustrator if you say you're an illustrator.
And you're a
you
publisher
just have to do it
if you make a book.
together.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we self-published this book. We asked for someone's help with this book. This is this. Look, same name.
What?
Okay? A
Yes.
tall and magnificent wise woman named Erin at a publishing company named Macmillan published this book. We shared this book with her, and she said, "Oh, I like that title.
I like
Please
that book.
take out all of the untoward."
all of the bad things that happen in this book.
This book
because
was for adults.
This book was for adults.
This book is for children.
Yeah.
And this has a happy ending,
Nothing
even though
bad
the
happens in
title
there.
suggests disaster.
There are some disasters.
There are. All right,
But-
we're going to pass this on.
yes.
We're not reading this
We're
to you
not reading
today.
this one.
This is
That
a
was-
teaser.
yeah.
We have created a middle grade mystery series called The Real McCoys about a girl named Moxie McCoy who is swashbuckling, self-confident, full of vim and verve. And tell us about the other person on the
But
cover, Robbi.
There's her brother down there. in
Yeah,
the
what
corner.
about him?
His name is Milton.
Yeah.
He's in first grade.
Yeah.
He's not so swashbuckling. He's
No.
actually very quiet and very, very thoughtful.
And observant.
He's very observant.
And they're very,
Yes.
very much opposites.
Yes.
But to solve mysteries effectively, you need all of those characteristics, and therefore they must collaborate in
Yes.
order to solve the mysteries,
Yes.
not just in book 1, but also in book 2, Two's a Crowd, and also in book 3, Wonder Undercover. So if you guys, Robbi, go ahead. Show your favorite part of these books.
Thank you. I just
dig
wanted
into
to
the details.
Make sure that everybody knows that these have lots and lots of pictures. in
If
them,
a
you
graphic
guys.
novel and a picture book were all mashed
Yes.
together in a blender, this would come out. It's called a hybrid book.
Yeah.
It has 1,000 illustrations.
I worked so hard, you guys.
She did. Oh, let's love Robbi. You give Robbi some praise and
That
props.
is the worst voice ever. Please never do that
Robbi
again.
has to finish a book this afternoon, so
Yes.
we need to give her some love. Can you send her some love? Write her
Please
some
do.
love, some
Yeah.
comments or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
This is a book called Sunrise Summer that's coming out this summer. We're showing it to you in part because it's about our family's summer adventures in Alaska. This is Robbi. This is our daughter Alden. You guys, every summer, if you marry Robbi, don't marry Robbi.
do it.
Don't
That's
do
a
it.
bad
Don't
idea.
do it. If you
No.
marry her,
Yeah.
you have to get in an airplane and then another airplane, then another airplane, another, and fly 4,500 miles over 36 hours and end up in a remote outpost on the Alaskan tundra with no roads, no bathrooms, no electricity, no amenities of modern life.
And then
Look at those
you
people working hard
have
fishing.
to work really hard fishing.
Yeah.
And pulling fish out of the ocean.
We catch, 50, 60, 70,000 pounds of sockeye salmon every summer. This book comes out in June. Talks all about our adventures up there.
Yep.
We're not going to read that to you today
No,
either.
another
We're
teaser.
just teasing. We are going to read to you a book called Everywhere Wonder about a boy's adventures in his imagination, exploring the world. It's about looking at things and valuing things and then telling stories about things.
Yes.
But I don't want to ruin your expectations by telling you too much about this book.
No spoilers. We're going to just read the whole thing and then... I don't know.
Oh, are you threatening these
I was
two?
just going to... Yes.
Well, yeah,
No.
we're going to read it.
We're going to read it.
Oh.
I'm going to click some buttons
Oh,
here.
excuse
to get
us for some clicking.
Yeah.
The clickage.
Here we
Oh,
go.
oh,
my God. And there we go. And then I
Nobody
have to-
wants to see
there-
that.
There
Phew.
we go. Beautiful.
All right, you guys.
Beautiful.
This is Everywhere. Oh, Robbi, it's our names. Look at our names. Oh, how
we're
thrilling.
on the cover
okay.
of a book.
All right. Written by Matthew Swanson, illustrated by Robbi
Robbi
Bear.
Bear.
All right, let us proceed. Let us get deeper into the book.
Yes.
All right, this is the title page. The boy is picking a book off the bookshelf. His dog is lying down in the sunshine. These are the perfect conditions for a story to begin.
Indeed.
All right, here we go. I have a story to share. It is a little gift from me to you. You might not know it, but you have a story too. You'll find it in the things you stop to notice. The world is full of people and places and things, all of them interesting, all of them beautiful. You never know what you might see or where your mind might take you. So keep your eyes wide open as you go. In Egypt, there are pyramids. I've never been there, but I want to go. In Arizona, there are canyons.
You have been there.
I have. My dad and I hiked down to the bottom when I was in 7th grade with big backpacks on.
Oh, that must have been so tiring.
It was amazing. I've never forgotten it. It was great. In the jungles of Brazil are leaves so plentiful and green that light can barely reach the ground below. In the high hills of Japan are gardens full of wind-worn rocks in clean white sand, but not a single flower.
If you guys haven't heard of these are called rock gardens or Zen gardens. And it's sort of like a meditative exercise. Instead of having lots of plants, it's a bunch of pebbles, and then they rake them into these beautiful patterns. It's quite lovely.
But they're more about rocks than they are about plants,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
In Kenya, there are hot, dry savannas filled with zebras and blue wildebeest. So, true story. When Robbi first thought she'd finished this illustration, there was the boy and the 3 zebras on the right and 2 brown wildebeest. So I said, Robbi, did you read this book?
I kind of sometimes forget to read the words.
Yeah, so...
Or I read them once and then I forget what they were and I make up my own story.
My basic objection was this, friends. When you see pictures of herds of animals in Africa, are there 2 or 3? Or are there hundreds and hundreds?
There are so many. I just didn't feel like drawing them.
But I knew that I didn't have to tell Robbi to draw them.
Yes.
I said, go ahead and send this to our editor, Erin, and see what she thinks.
You know what Erin said? She was like, this is nice, Robbi, but draw some more wildebeest for goodness sakes.
Goodness. All right. Sorry, we're interrupting the flow.
Yes.
But in Kenya, there are hot, dry savannas filled with zebras and lots and lots and lots of blue wildebeest.
Many blue wildebeest.
In Alaska, there are cold, wet waters filled with seals and sockeye salmon. In the middle of the Coral Sea, there is a roaring storm that no one will ever hear.
We have never seen that. I am so glad that I don't have to go to the middle of the Coral Sea to see that.
No, so you can see it in a book. That's what books are for, right?
Amazing.
For things that you actually don't want to see because they'd be too scary.
It'd be way too scary to be out there.
On the near side of the moon, there is a quiet footprint that no rains will ever wash away.
I haven't been there either.
In Sheboygan, there's a tractor mechanic named Shirley who has 37 friends. Okay.
Are you going to tell another true story that makes Robbi look bad?
When I wrote this book, Shirley had 57 friends.
Too many friends.
And I gave the draft to Robbi, and she said, no way, I'm not going to draw 20 extra people. Shirley should be content with just 37 people in her circle of friends.
Yes.
And I said, I feel for you, Shirley. I mean, Shirley is smiling, but she'd probably have a bigger smile if Robbi wasn't so mean.
Sorry, Shirley.
All right. In Sheboygan, there's a tractor mechanic named Shirley who used to have 57 friends.
Oh,
all right.
Sorry, Shirley.
On the North Pole, there is a cold and lonesome bear wishing for some company. You want to go see him, of course, to let him know he's not alone. But your bike won't get you there and back by bedtime. Still, you noticed him, didn't you? He walked off this page and into your head. Now, he is part of your story. There are other wonders yet to find, not so far from where you are right now. They too are interesting. They too are beautiful. Stop to really look, and you will see them. In the highest part of the tree is an unexpected gift, a blue balloon that must have slipped from someone's fingers. In the deepest part of the pool is sunken treasure, a shiny dime that must have tumbled from someone's pocket. Will you save it, or spend it, or leave it there for someone else to find?
This is where, when we read this book at schools, everyone goes, spend it, spend it!
And I say, that's not fiscally prudent, young people. You want to save that sucker. In the grocery store are aisles and shelves and stacks of cans. You have to look so carefully to find the one you want. In your bowl of steaming soup is just one noodle that doesn't match the others. Where do you think it came from?
Which noodle? Do you guys see the noodle?
Oh, these guys
Look,
are
I'm
these
just
guys are
gonna
observant.
zoom in on
Yeah,
it.
all right, let's see it.
Ooh,
There it is. Oh, that's a little scary.
That
Oh my
big
gosh.
X.
Stop. On the playground is a sturdy line of bright black ants carrying their supper home. Under the bridge is a gently rolling river, floating a blue glass bottle out to sea. Perhaps it holds a message. What does it say? Who could it be for? In the busy town are sidewalks full of swiftly moving people who somehow never seem to collide. In the quiet countryside are miles of open, empty roads that somehow never seem to end. Where do they go? Someday you may find out. In the hallway is a spotted dog that turns golden as the sun sets through the window. In the bedroom is a doorknob that makes rainbows when the reading lamp clicks on. Go ahead, Robbi.
Go
ahead.
I like this picture in part because I don't know how I drew that lovely doorknob.
And you know what? I believe her when she says
I
that. Because
really
sometimes when I write something, I don't know where it came from either. And
Yeah.
I'm worried that I will never be able to write anything ever again.
Yes, don't ever ask me to draw another glass doorknob because I won't know how to do it.
Since so many of you are about to be authors, just know, or illustrators, know that sometimes the creative process is baffling. It's
mysterious.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So in the bedroom is a doorknob that makes rainbows when the reading lamp clicks on. Now the lamp is off and the moon is up. You close your eyes and see them again, the things you noticed today. All of these together are your story. Dream with them a while. When you wake up in the morning, open your eyes and open your window and let your story out into the world. It is a little gift from you to me. Now, my story is complete, but yours is just beginning. The end. All right, Robbi, make our heads
All
really
right.
big again.
I have
All
to
right?
do some clickety clicking.
Okay.
And here.
So here's the point.
Da-da-da, we're back.
You guys are authors if you say you're authors. And if
Yes.
you want to become authors and illustrators today, we are going to help you get started.
Yes.
We have a booklet
Yes.
that is a companion to Everywhere Wonder
Yes.
that you can download from our website. So
Yes.
first of all, we're going to put the link, whatever kind of post this turns out to
Yeah.
be. If it's on YouTube, it'll be in the description. If it's on
Yeah.
Instagram, it'll be in one of the comments.
Yeah.
Or you can contact us and we'll send it to you. But
Yes.
show it to it. This
Okay,
is the
so it's called My Book of Wonder.
My Book of Wonder, a little booklet you can put together.
So if you are printing this out from the download,
Yes.
It's going to print out probably. If you have a printer that prints on both sides, please do that. It's called duplexing.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a duplexing printer, print it so that it flips on the short side. But if you have a regular printer, it's probably just going to print 4 pages in a row like this.
Right.
So
what do we
once
do,
it
Robbi?
prints out, you take your first page, your My Book of Wonder page, and then you take the second page and you flip it around so that they're back to back.
Boom, boom.
Right?
All right.
And then you take the third page, and then you flip the fourth page around back to back. Okay?
And then I'm going to fold
and then
these
you fold
two.
them in half.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter what
It
direction.
doesn't
you
matter
fold
what
these in.
direction this one is, but this one should have
The cover
this
on the cover.
cover on the outside.
All right.
Sorry. There we go.
All right.
And then you take these ones.
This is the magic.
Put them
the magic
inside
happens.
of these
Oh!
ones.
And then you have an 8-page book.
Now you have a book.
You can do this. If
Okay.
you have the right kind of stapler, you can staple it this way. And if you have just a regular stapler, you can just crunch it along the
Just
edge here.
staple
and
it
make
along that
okay?
side. Yeah.
All right.
So, but I would recommend before you staple it, do the drawings inside and then staple it afterwards because it's easier to draw in it before you staple.
Robbi is wise. So we have hired 3 actors to fill out the My Book of Wonder
Yes.
and to then come read for you so
Yes.
you can see how it works.
So when you do this,
Yes.
the first page is going to be blank. You're welcome to draw something in there.
Go for it.
If
Whatever you
have-
want, author.
If you have double-sided sheets, you won't have a blank page.
Okay.
Then you have this page, which gives sort of a description of what this is all about and what we're trying to do.
Carefully crafted
Yes.
instructions.
And then each page that you're going to be drawing on has like a little prompt. So, for example, this one.
Let's
Well,
let
we'll
the
bring
actors
some
do
of our
it. Yes.
actors
All
in.
right. May the first actor please come to the stage. Yes. All right. Yes. Please introduce yourself.
Yes, young sir.
I am August Swanson.
Correct. All right. Would you please read the first page of your book and then share with our friends your illustration?
The most incredible thing I've ever seen in a movie or book is Hogwarts Castle.
Oh.
Here's what it looked like.
Here's what it looked like. I'm gonna zoom it right up.
Oh, very nice.
Look at all those bricks you made in that castle. That is amazing.
So the point here, you guys, is sometimes you get to explore the world by watching movies that might be
reading
about real
books.
things.
Yeah.
Or might be about imaginary things,
Yeah.
which makes the world even bigger. Thank you, young man,
Well done, sir.
for helping. All right, who is up next? Please introduce yourself and then share your writing and then your drawing with us. Yes.
Okie doke.
Wait,
Hi,
who are you?
I'm Alden
Excuse
Swanson.
me. Yes, all right. Yes, all right. She was going to get to that. She was going to get to that. I'm sorry.
You underestimate me.
I do underestimate you constantly, and you always come through.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. One day I saw a clock that somebody else had thrown away, but I think it's beautiful and interesting, and so I drew this picture.
Oh.
Oh my
Now,
gosh.
Look at that beautiful
Oh my gosh,
clock.
that is stunning.
And also a great drawing.
Wow.
Now, here's the thing. A lot of people throw things away that are really interesting and beautiful.
There's even a phrase, one man's trash is another's
another
treasure.
man's treasure.
Yeah, so what did you do with this
Yes.
clock when you found it?
Well, I gave it to you.
She did.
Remember that?
I do. That was a prompt. I was sort of, yes. Thank you. I love it. It's on my desk. It's beautiful. It doesn't work, but it's beautiful.
Yes.
Oh.
Probably why it was thrown away.
Probably, but it's
Oh.
still a beautiful thing. And
Yeah.
Papa is
She's
so glad
sharp,
that you got
this
it out.
one. She's a sharp. All right, thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Bravo,
All right.
bravo.
Yes, please, come forth.
Next,
yes.
sir.
In your name, sir.
Kato.
Yes, all right. And please read the page of the book that we asked
The
you to
most amazing thing I've ever imagined is sushi as big as Mount Everest.
read. Oh,
What?
that sounds good. Let us see it.
Oh my
Let us see
gosh,
it.
sure.
All right,
Here,
Robbie.
hold on.
Look at that.
Sushi.
Oh, is
And
that a
look.
rainbow roll?
Look.
Yes.
Look
Yes.
down there. It's as big as Mount Everest. Now, here's my question.
What?
Are the grains of rice proportionately large, or is it just so much little tiny rices into a giant mountain?
The rice is large.
Okay.
rice is large.
So we have like grains of rice the
Giant
size
grains
of a
of-
bus.
That's cool.
Okay. All right.
All
So
right.
in the back of every My Book of
Yes.
Wonder, you guys, there is a place to draw your self-portrait and to do a little author's bio. So there's
Yes.
Kato's self-portrait. Kato, please read your bio to us. We'd like to learn more about you.
Yes.
This book was written by and illustrated by Kato Swanson.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Chestertown.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to do is soccer and build things.
Okay.
And my least favorite thing to eat is a bug, even though I've never eaten one.
Oh,
Sounds gross.
you know what? We've eaten crickets before.
Has Kato?
I think you
No,
were.
that was only Alden.
Okay.
Only Alden
All
ate
right.
them. Okay.
Alden is bulb. And Augie? No. Okay.
I
All right.
don't
If you
think
give
Augie
me
was blind.
$100, I would use it to donate to charity and buy video games.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay.
If you stole my toothbrush, I would probably let you keep it and never get another one again.
I think that is
Never
wise.
get another one again.
Well, the letting the keep it part
it's
is
because he
wise.
gave away all his money to charity.
That's right.
Can't afford to buy a
If
toothbrush.
that happens, if someone steals your toothbrush,
We'll buy you a
we
new
got you,
toothbrush.
bud.
Yeah,
We're going to
we got
get you a new
back.
one.
We got you back.
All
I'm good.
Children, may please return to your natural
Thank
habitat.
you, everyone.
Thank you for this visit
Can
to
you
the
say
studio.
goodbye to everyone?
Yes.
I said goodbye.
Yes,
She
well
did. She
done.
did say goodbye. You underestimated her
Well,
too.
the other children didn't say goodbye.
All
There
right.
we go.
Goodbye,
All right.
children. All right. So we have read a book to you.
Yes.
We have taught you how to make your own book.
Yes.
I want to end by saying you guys are authors if you say you're authors. And you are illustrators if you say you're illustrators. And you have to go to Alaska if you marry Robbie. Don't do it. Guys, one other thing I want to say is that every afternoon we do a story hour on our YouTube channel, the Robbi and Matthew channel. Go to YouTube and search Robbi and Matthew. But tell them the very
Don't
important caveat.
spell Robbie. Robbie is spelled Robbi. And
No.
Matthew spelled like regular Matthew.
Neither one of us has an E at the end of our name.
No.
Okay, but especially not
Especially
Robbie.
not Robbie.
Okay?
Okay.
There's a Canadian wedding band, Robbie and Matthew.
That's not us.
they're not
That's
gonna let you
I'm
download this
sure-
book.
I'm sure they are lovely, but they do not have our book on their website.
All right,
Okay.
so you guys,
Yes.
thank you for letting us spend some time
Yes.
with you today.
It was so nice to read
We
to
would
you a
like
little bit.
to see you again sometime.
Yeah.
All right, goodbye.
Yay.
We're out.
Bravo.
Take care.